my name is Mimi, and you are listening to A Dash of Colors. This channel is a self help channel dedicated to everyone who is on their journey of self love and care. If you're a consistent listener, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I am more than grateful for the support. And if this is your first time of listening, thank you so much for tuning in. Please do not forget to subscribe to the podcast so you can get our notifications on Wednesdays and on Fridays when we upload episodes. So today I'm talking about fighting demons, and I chose this topic because I know that I've always consistently talked about my demons, and demons in this case is not spiritual forces like some Christians believe. For me, it is the daily struggles and the things that I need to put up with every single day to get myself going. There are actually days that I wake up very motivated. I do the things that I really want to do, and I show up basically for work, for every other thing. And the past few days I've actually been at a very overwhelming place, and one thing that has kept me going is the faith that things would get better, and of course the gratitude that I learned to have even when things are completely out of course, right? So I have actually been facing certain kinds of demons lately, and then at some point I felt like I was going to lose my mind. So this is like a literal topic about my own experience, and it probably translates every other person, because every single person has something they're struggling with. Even people who make us believe they are perfect have their own struggles, even if they do not realize that it is a struggle for them. But there are certain things that exist that actually, whenever you remember them, they might actually take away your peace of mind for the moment. Those kinds of things are things that I would address as demons. And one of the ways that I have been able to deal with some of this is, the first one is being grateful for the opportunity to experience certain things. This week I had people do very hurtful things to me in school, and I felt at some point I was going crazy. Literally, I was coming to work, but I was basically losing my mind because everything was about to fall apart, and I really did not know how to handle it. I had to start praying for guidance. I needed some kind of peace, and I started asking the universe for help. What do I do? How do I fix this? And then the universe somewhat suggested that I run ads, and then I did, and then some people came and some called today, and I was very grateful for that. Really, I was really grateful for that. All right, so I have learned that one of the ways to overcome something that you're completely losing your mind over is to be grateful for the opportunity to have the experience, because there are certain things that would only happen to us because we really need to learn from it. And most times we ignore the lessons and we focus on the circumstance, and that is why we end up feeling all beaten down and all confused about life. But one thing that I have learned is to live in the present, and this doesn't invalidate my emotions. I try not to dismiss any kind of emotions that I have. There are times when I feel low, and I admit that I feel low, and there are times when I really feel very good and motivated, and I try to write that in my journal every single day because I want to keep track of my emotions and things like that. So without wandering off, I just want to emphasize the importance of gratitude, because I know that people usually only show gratitude when things are okay. But I'm saying that show gratitude when things are a chaos, because you're only reminding the universe that you're still grateful for the opportunity to be here, even when it feels like things are not aligning with the visions that you want. So gratitude can never be old-fashioned. Even if you are not the religious person, you really do not have to be religious to show gratitude. You can show gratitude in your words, you can show gratitude in the way you treat the things happening to you, and so on. So if something is not happening the way you want, instead of complaining and feeling completely torn and miserable about it, sometimes all it takes for a quick flip is to be grateful. And I'd like to point out something: the fact that I'm suggesting that great gratitude can literally do so many wonders to you. Doesn't mean it's a rocket science, doesn't mean it's going to happen instantly. It is things that you still need to constantly do. And one thing that I wanted to say is results are not instant. You still need to do it over time. But one thing that I know is instant in being grateful about every situation is the calm, the chill, and the peace that you get about it. So learn to be grateful even when you have tons of things to deal with. Be grateful for the moment. Be grateful that you are there to experience this. I was talking to someone a few weeks back, and I said, when everything happened to me, when I went broke financially, when I lost everything, I was very depressed for months because I felt like my whole world had crumbled. And then when I started saying things like, I am grateful for the experience, I am grateful for the opportunity to learn better money management and things like that, I started feeling better. I started looking at my situation from a different angle. Yes, I do not have any money and I probably have tons of debts, but I am still very grateful because I know that what I have learned, the lessons that I have actually taken from my experience are very much valuable. The second thing you can do when you're fighting demons is just to have unwavering faith in your vision. In fact, the truth is, when things seem to align a lot, sometimes you're drifting away. Most times when the hurdles of life becomes really, really strong, it's because you're probably headed towards the right direction. And in Christian faith, they would say narrow is the way and wide is the other way. The wide way seems like the right way, but the narrow way is actually the right way for the Christian faith. And that is how life is most times. When you're aligned with your vision, sometimes things can get worse, and it is really not going to be okay if you do not recognize the fact that this is also part of the journey, and then you throw away or throw out your vision into the gutters because you feel like it is not worth the stress anymore. But one thing you need to know is you need to have undoubtable believe in what you want. You need to believe that whatever visions that you have for your life is completely achievable. And one of the ways that you can do this is probably try making vision boards. Vision boards are reflections of the things that we want for our lives. So most times when things are not going that direction, the only thing you could do is to look at your vision board to remind yourself of where exactly you're headed and how important that you stayed on course, even if the journey felt like it was going to make you lose your mind. So these are my top tips for you if you're struggling with anything, because these were the things that I actually applied throughout this week. And even though I do not have instant results for the things that I want, I am a lot calm. And I'm actually appeased about a lot of things that have happened and things that will probably happen. So have an unwavering faith, have an unwavering belief that things are going to always fall in place. Also have unwavering gratitude towards life, whether it is pleasant or whether it is making you go crazy or not. Always remember that you need to stay consistent in what you believe in, and you need to stay consistent in how you give thanks to the universe, to God, or whatever thing or whatever name you address the Supreme Being with. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope today's episode made a lot of sense to you. I just really need to share my personal experience this week, and I probably feel like this is going to be helpful to someone else who's listening. So if you do not mind, please do not forget to subscribe to the Telegram community. I would appreciate to have you as an audience as I talk about daily tips that would probably get you through the year strong and in a very good state of mind. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. My name is Mimi, and this is A Dash of Colors.